26th, 2019. And I have a working intern that works Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And the co-founder of the Equine Sanctuary also works here on Saturdays and Sundays. And so that leaves me time on the weekends to make videos, to work with animals, to test out new products. So what I'm going to do today is test out this new terrarium. It's a new brand that's on the market called Thrive. This is the hexagon-shaped terrarium. One of the things I'm going to do this weekend is put this together and set it up and see what I think of it. So I'm going to take this opportunity to introduce you to one of the Morelia bredli that's in our captive behavior study, because we've just upgraded him, or we are upgrading him to a new enclosure that is bigger than the one he was in, and also it's giving us an opportunity to test this new type of terrarium, which is by Thrive, and it's hexagonal in shape. Hexagonal? It's a hexagon-shaped terrarium. So far what we noticed about it is the Magna Natural rock ledges, the medium and large ones, will not fit across one hexagonal side, but the small one will. So we put a small one in there for him, and we've got some other various perching and boxes and hides and trees in there, and some repti-chip forms. So we'll see how he likes all this. The things I'm noticing about the terrarium are it has a plastic bottom. So we are thinking we cannot use any kind of heat mat or heat pad on the bottom, and that we are going to put a snake strip on the glass side. You can use a heat lamp on top because the top is metal mesh. So this is Captain Pike, and he is a 2017 Morelia bredli, and he was produced here in Colorado by Andy Watson, but I obtained him from Martin Rosemond. And his parents are animals that Andy Watson obtained from Nick Mutton at Inland Reptiles. So I've gotten his whole history, even though he has gone from Andy Watson to Martin Rosemond. To me, I have his whole history and I have his lineage information. And he's a hypomelanistic bredli, which means he doesn't have any black pigment. He's 160 grams and he's 2 years old. We have other 2-year-olds that are bigger than him, anywhere from 200 to 300 grams, 400 grams, all the way up to, we have some 2-year-olds that are over 1,000 grams. And that can all depend on individual genetics and also on their feeding history, meaning the items that they're being fed or that they were being fed and the frequency at which they were being fed those items. I tend to keep my animals, I don't want to say on the lean side because they're all in excellent body condition. Their body condition scores are all very good, but I don't overfeed and I vary their feeding schedule. So I don't have them on a set schedule. I watch their behavior and I feed them based on how they're behaving. And so it varies. It may be that one latency period is 5 days and the next one is 21 days. But on average, I would say I feed them every 10 days to 2 weeks, the younger ones, and the adults sometimes eat every month or every 6 weeks. And then I also vary the food items that I give them. So sometimes they get mice and sometimes they get rats. And then sometimes they'll get a larger food item. And if I feed them 2 large food items in a row, then next time I might feed them a smaller food item. So I just try to vary their diet a little bit. So again, this is Captain Pike. He's a 2-year-old Morelia bredli or Bredl's python, Centralian Python. And he was produced by Andy Watson, and I obtained him from Martin Rosemond. And he is going to check out his new terrarium. I guess I'll put him over the top since we have the door shut. And I'm going to be evaluating this brand of terrarium to see how I like it. It comes in different shapes. This brand Thrive has the traditional rectangular shaped terrariums as well as this hexagonal shaped one. They also have a corner piece terrarium that's designed like this bowl that is meant to fit in a corner, and so the glass is straight on 2 edges with a V here, and then it's got a flat front, so it's actually in the shape of a triangle. And then they make a terrarium that has a flat back and a totally rounded front. Those are the 3 that I saw at the store, the three odd shapes, which were the corner one, the hexagonal one, and then the flat back with the round domed front. And then they have the traditional rectangular terrariums as well. And they do have both front opening and top opening terrariums. It's a newer brand that I've just only recently seen on the market, and this will be the first time I'm testing it out. I don't like that the bottom's plastic. I would prefer the bottom not be plastic because I think that limits the way that you can heat from the bottom. And then I will just see over the next few days or next few weeks what I think about some of the other features. The other thing I noticed that I don't particularly like is the front door doesn't have a way to do any kind of secondary security closure. So it latches pretty well. I know that the Zoomed, the Exoterra, and the Zilla terrariums all have a secondary way that you can secure the doors in addition to the way that they latch, and I don't see that option on here. has a plastic bottom. That's one thing I don't like because we can't use a heat mat on the bottom. And then this latch that you just saw me open, there's no way to secure it other than just the primary way that it latches. So there's no way to do a secondary security device on it. So we fix this heat. Now you can put a lamp on this metal part. The edge is plastic, but this is metal. So I guess we can put a heat lamp here, but we put this snake strip here, the heat pad thing that would normally go on the bottom. So we're thinking he could get up against it at all these different levels, right, if he wants heat.